Hello, everyone, and welcome to AEC Collection Top Tips and Tricks for Maximizing Productivity. My name is Juliana, and I work in marketing. And today's presenter is Sandra, our applications specialist. At today's webinar, we'll see techniques that will improve your efficiency, improve collaboration, and simplify complex tasks. As usual, you can ask a question at any given point on the left hand corner. You can ask Sandra to revisit a step or ask any questions. And in the upper right hand corner, you will find links to our social media, website, and YouTube channel. We post all of our webinars there at the end so you can share with colleagues or watch it on your own time. And without further ado, I'll pass it on to Sandra. Hey, Sandra.
Hi, Juliana. Thank you for that beautiful introduction. Hi, everybody. How are you guys doing? While I'm sharing my screen, let me introduce myself. My name is Sandra Bogemuth, and I am an AEC solution specialist at MicroCAD. I have been so for the past 4 years of my life. Before that, I was a BIM-CAD manager in an engineering firm. I occupied that position for 7 years. Uh, I have been involved with Revit and all their uh, whereabouts and onabouts since the year 2005. Today we're going to be talking about the AEC collection and how you can use the AEC collection to maximize your productivity. So starting with that, what is the AEC collection? As you all know, AEC stands for Architecture and Engineering and Construction Collection. It is a suite of softwares that you can acquire from us or nowadays with the new purchasing experience through Autodesk that provides designers, engineers, and contractors a set of BIM and CAD tools that is supported by a common data environment that facilitates project delivery from early stage of design all the way through construction. That translated is that you get a whole bunch of softwares for a very reduced price, plus you get the advantages of having a new document holder. I'm going to call that called Autodesk Docs. And it gives a common set of tools to all the participants in a construction project. So you can create high performing building and infrastructure designs from conceptual design to all the way to your detailed final delivery construction documents with one suite of softwares. And it is a huge advantage to have everybody using the same tools. So the other thing is that there are a whole bunch of tools that give you integrated analysis that allow you to produce generative design. You have design and visualization tools. You have predictability in the field with tools that maximize the constructability and the project coordination. So couple of things that are impactful about the AEC collection is that when great minds have great tools, they can accomplish great things. Right? I mean, you're all great minds. We're offering you a great set of tools. You can bring, by having integrated workflows, you can improve your design processes. What does this mean? It means that you can bring your best ideas to life. And it all starts with the idea. You have an awesome set of tools. You can make those ideas become something real. The AEC Collection is a toolkit that expands your skill set and empowers your BIM and CAD workflows. So you can start creating more imaginatively, more fluently, more confidently with the tools that we're giving you that supports everything as you design, you simulate, you visualize, you coordinate, you manage. So I'm talking about from the starting point, the birth point of a project to the end of its existing, not only while it's being built, but later on also going into facilities management and what happens after the models or the projects are built. So you need to understand the softwares that are included in the AEC collection. So I'm going to start with, and I'm going to give you a short recap of all these packages. So in the architectural industry, we have Revit and AutoCAD as our foremost programs. And let me use my little pointer tool. I love my little pointer tool. So we have Revit, we have AutoCAD. You have Forma for your initial conceptual design and to do a whole bunch of um, energy analysis of your site development. As I said, you have Autodesk Docs, that is a unified platform for all the industries as a holder of documents where you have one source of truth, where you have one location as your source of truth. Navisworks Manage is going to always be the software that you're going to prefer to use for um, the final coordination before going into construction, where you do all your clash detection and where you coordinate between all the trades, so that when you go out to build, everybody knows where they need to place their stuff. Insight is a building performance analysis that I advise everybody to use it, the architectural field, starting from very early on in the schematic design phase, so that we can create buildings that are being better in their energetic performance. I mean, it is not it's the latest, biggest secret that we have to become more sustainable. Gives me a little bit of a commercial break here about a software that I'm doing at the end of the month, I think, about how to become more sustainable using our packages of softwares. 3D Max is still a awesome package for 3D modeling, animation, and rendering. Very photorealistic. If you're doing reconstruction or readaptation of existing buildings, Recap Pro is reality capture and 3D scanning that allows you to move your scanned buildings easier to make Revit models after the fact. The last you also have the last tool in the architectural suite is the Autodesk rendering, where you can send your models to be rendered through in the cloud in Autodesk. And I didn't mention something that is now included within Revit, which is Twinmotion for fairly photorealistic renderings. Now, for structural engineers, you have, besides of everything that I already mentioned, you also will have Robot Structural Analysis Professional and Advanced Steel. And for MEP, you have Fabrication CAD MEP. And obviously for energy analysis, you have Insight. Right? So all these tools are really important. Now, moving away from the building industry, going into the what is contained within the AEC, and all these that I'm talking about is contained within the AEC. So we have tools for civil engineers. It includes civil engineering. It includes Revit. It includes InfraWorks. And it includes Recap Pro. And again, for general contractors, Fabrication CAD is going to be um, one of your preferred tools, right? So why do architects use or define or prefer the AEC collection? It allows them to improve the quality of the design. They can work better together with all the other stakeholders in the project because, again, we're talking about the unified base of tools. And when everybody's using the same tools, the communication between all the trades becomes so much smoother. The whole coordination becomes smoother. You can accelerate your design processes. You can go from conceptual design to detailed design smoother. You can check performance and environmental simulations. You can develop detailed visualizations. You have better coordination and design management. And you can bring in all your collaborators earlier on into that coordination process so that it makes the job for the general contractors at the end of the line of the design process so much easier. If all the trades had been communicating smoother from the get-go, it saves time, and we all know time is better productivity, time is money. So giving you a quick runaround of the individual features of softwares that I think are very important, and maybe you don't know that well. First of all, there is Autodesk Forma. Forma is a software that allows you to optimize your site potential. It is an online web-based offering. Um, it is a suite of sustainability solutions that empowers architects, real estate developers, and your urban planners. Um, it allows you to develop a conceptual design of your site with all these tools available for you to analyze how your site and how your buildings and your site are being impacted by noise, by you can model microclimate, you can predict operational energy, you can assess your airflows, you can follow the sign, you can optimize your daylight potential, right? So a whole bunch of tools within this very easy to use offering called Forma. If I move on, Recap Pro is, as I said before, is a scanning software that allows you to scan and clean up an existing building and then send it from the scanned data, create cloud points, and then go from there to a design development, a detailed analysis, and visualization in Revit. And it's, again, because it's all within one suite of softwares, the transition from one to the other is fairly smooth. So Recap Pro is not only interesting for architects, it's also interesting for MEP designers, as Recap Pro can scan all the existing systems that are in a project and thus creating a model where the MEP engineers can continue modeling on that, based on that existing building. If we talk about Insight, Insight is a energy analysis software that runs out of Revit. So once you have your schematic design, you can immediately start running analysis and performance analysis of your building inside of Insight and continue improving. And believe me, sometimes the energy performance of a building can be, there can be the difference between the Earth and the Moon by rotating a building by a couple of degrees, or giving better shading or better sunlight to specific areas of your building, right? So it allows you to make more educated design decisions. Uh, I can talk until the cows fly home about Revit and all its advantages. The fact that it is part of the package is amazing. That you can, I mean, Revit, as you all know, is a 3D design software that works well for our architects, MEP engineers, and structural engineers, where you can link your models between one and the other. And again, having a unified platform for all the trades will ensure that you are more productive, that you're more cohesive, that you're more coordinated between all the trades. And again, the better you are coordinated from the get-go, the faster that building that you're planning can be built. Right. So again, from Revit, you can run your insight analysis and your energy performance, and you can visualize your data very easily. You can optimize your design by running iterated analysis in Insight, changing a material here and there. It is all in the advantage of the building or of the site that you're developing. So here you see a couple of the features that you have. In Insight, you have heating and cooling loads, you have daylight analysis, you have whole building energy delivered to you through real-time feedback, and the integration between Revit and Insight is smooth, seamless. It is built on top of Revit. Then we have the advantages of Dynamo. The more we move into AI, the more that Dynamo is going to become more and more relevant. It can help you to create rapid iterations. It can help you solve design challenges. No real programming skills are needed to understand and to work with Dynamo. I mean, I can tell you from my own experience, I am not a programmer. I'm very good at working with software, but that is my extension of the whole programming area. But I understand Dynamo, and I was able to understand Dynamo fairly easy and manipulate Dynamo routines and run them, and they can be time savers. Okay, so this is a tool that I advise you to get acquainted with and get comfortable using it and understanding its capabilities and what you can do for it. I mean, I have run Dynamo routines that have shortened down workflows that would take me to now an hour and a half to a couple of minutes just by creating Dynamo routines to save me time. Again, increase productivity. Definitely need to talk about Navisworks Managed. It is Navisworks is and still and will be for the longest time, from my perspective, the preferred software for design coordination and to do all your clash detection. So you can not only throw your architectural model into Manage, but you can also, into Navisworks Manage, you can also export your system models into Navisworks Manage, and then your interference checking becomes smoother and more seamless. And that way you can, I mean, the more coordinated your model goes out to the construction team in the field, the less time you're going to spend in having your team in the field standing around and waiting for answers. And you can reduce your RFIs. And again, it boils down to how long it takes to respond to questions and to give answers, and you want the workflow of your foreman and of the actual construction team to be as seamless as possible. And Navisworks is the software that will give you those capabilities. I mentioned dogs, and I could have done a incredible amount of slides for dogs to talk about the advantages of having a offering like Autodesk Docs at your fingertips. It is a repository where you can save your project's documents, and all the stakeholders in the project. You can send invitations. You can control the level of access that each person has on Docs. Um, it is a place to have all your documents. So you have one place where everything can be found and where everybody can access the documents that you want them to access, and you can control the level of accessibility. Uh, the combination between all the softwares, again, is what's going to make your productivity, it's what is going to maximize your productivity. Last but not least, 3D Max, beautiful photorealistic renderings of spaces that have not been built, but will allow you to exemplify your design intent in a beautiful manner, creating photorealistic views of a model that just exists in your computer. Last but not least, we at MicroCAD, we're here to support you, to ensure a smooth transition, to show you all the tools to guide you through all your processes and to help you out. And with this, I want to open the floor for questions.
Thank you, Sandra, for that wonderful presentation. And yeah, let me go and see what questions we have. Okay, so the first question is do all softwares integrate seamlessly?
Yes, yes. The collection includes products that are needed for complete design and construction workflows, and they're all meant because they're all from the same house. And then it's not only that they're meant, they do, because I have played with them, they do integrate seamlessly, and there is a incredibly smooth workflow between all the software packages.
Thank you. The second question I see is can I upload any type of document into Docs to keep all the information of the project in just one place?
Yes. The advantage of Docs is that you can have a unified location for to be your source of truth, and you can upload not only Autodesk documents that are produced by Autodesk software like Revit models and DWGs and Navisworks files and Civil 3D files, etc., etc. You can also add your PDFs, your Excel files, your um, Word documents that you need to support all your contracts. Everything can be organized in Docs, so you have one location that is your one source of truth for the whole project. Beautiful question. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that was a great question. And the other question I see right now is what is the difference between doing all the analysis in Forma versus doing it in Insight?
Perfect question. And it's basically the difference of the analysis that you run in Forma are going to give you simulations of the usage of your site and how your building is behaving in a macro environment, in the block or in the site where it's being built. Insight is going to give you a energy performance analysis of the building itself based on the your construction materials. They overlap just a little bit, but just to keep in mind, foremost, your site analysis, um, insight is your building analysis. Okay, all integrated in the AEC collection again.
That's right. Thank you, Sandra. Okay, and I wanted to also remind you all that if you want to learn any of these topics in detail, you can take a custom training, and we also offer group classes online. So as Sandra also mentioned before, we will be having a webinar on green building, how Revit can be used for sustainable design, and that one will be on September 25. And you have the registration box on the right hand. You can click there, register, and even if you cannot make it, we highly encourage you to register so you can get the on demand recording. Okay, and if we don't have any more questions, remember that this is our contact information. We will be sending the on demand recording of this webinar tomorrow, and we will be also be sending thank you emails, so you can reply to any of those emails if you have any questions or you have any inquiry. Any This is our contact information based on territory. So yeah, thank you, Sandra, so much for this wonderful webinar, and thank you everyone for attending. Again, you have there our contact information, or you can just reply to the emails we will be sending after this webinar. Thank you so much, Sandra. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Juliana, and thank you all for attending our webinar today. Hope to see you soon.
Goodbye.